Welcome back, guys. Or if you're new here, this is Automotive Anonymous, and these are pretty impressive trucks. This current generation F150 has the 3.5 liter twin turbo EcoBoost. So it peaks out at about 400 horse, about 500 foot-pound-feet of the twisty stuff. And then this RST Rally Sport truck Silverado rocks the 6.2 liter, and it peaks out at about 420 horsepower, 460 foot-pound-feet of the twisty stuff. But where I'm currently at, it's at altitude. Density altitude right now is about 4,500 feet. So this Silverado's down on power about 3.5% per 1,000 feet. So it's down on power probably 13 to 15% maybe. The EcoBoost is down on power half of that at the most because those twin turbos really help to compress the air and make up for it. This one does have an aftermarket wheel and tire, but I want to see which one is faster today. So we're going to find that out on GPS. I'm going to do a launch in the equivalent of 4 auto or 4 high with traction control off, and then if there is any sort of sport mode, and then I'm also going to do off of idle, because when you can't build boost, when you can't load out the torque converter, that's going to make pretty good difference. But anyways, guys, I think I've rambled on long enough. Like this video, and let's move on with the 0 to 60s. I'm starting out in the 6.2 Silverado because I really like this engine. I like that it's still pushrod V8 that makes over 400 horsepower. And I also have driven enough of these and the EcoBoosts that I kind of have my doubts that this one's going to take the cake. But let's start with the sound check. And now we're going to do a 0 to 60 for auto, traction off, sport mode on. I'm going to start by going off of idle, and then we'll do one with a launch, and the GPS graphs will follow, and then I'll hop in the F150. The true time, as you can see, came in pretty impressive at 6.57 seconds. Not bad for our elements. Let's get to the launch. And true 0 to 60 with the launch came in at 6.89. I think that's just because the brakes can't hold all the power back when I'm brake revving it. So 6.5 seconds, not too bad at all. And in the F-150, this seriously is a pretty sweet truck, but I have it in sport mode. It doesn't have 4 auto, so we're in 4 high. I'll go off of idle, and then I'll do a launch if the brakes and the wheels will hold us. But first, the sound check. Oh yeah, boost kicks in pretty strong around 3,000 RPM, and true 0 to 60, 6.71. So actually that was very close to the off idle going the 6.2 Silverado. Brakes are holding. This is gonna be a good one. Oh yeah. And true 0 to 60 on that one came in at 5.93. I will say the best stock 3.5 liter EcoBoost I've done was in the mid 5s. So between the wheels and the brakes that this one has, it did hold better than the 6.2 that was creeping forward. And this is probably a faster truck either way when you're launching it and you have some boost build up. Well, as I wrap it up, both of these trucks are very impressive. To do in the 6s 0 to 60 off of idle is really cool when you consider how big these are, how capable they are, and just all the things that they do really well. It's no wonder why, you know, over 500,000 people a year buy a Chevy Silverado, about 250,000 buy the Sierra, and almost 1 million buy the F-150. Even though I know a lot of those are fleet and commercial use, a lot of them aren't. You see a lot of these on the road, especially in my area, where there's farm trucks, agriculture, potatoes, sugar beets, stuff like that. But overall, very cool truck. It was very fun to drive for the day and to get to show you guys how fast these all were. I'm gonna do a quick POV driving impressions of each of these rather than a full review. But if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment your thoughts and opinions below and what you want to see next. But until then, take care, guys.